Hello and welcome to another video with me, Winner Android, picking our out of last time where I formed Gazna here. I think is how you're actually supposed to pronounce it. I think I was saying it wrong in the previous episode. But yeah, got that done playing as Multan, which was honestly kind of surprisingly easy to be honest. Considering I had to deal with the Tumurids and other kind of stronger countries around me. But things kind of just worked out for me pretty easily there. So, yeah, I think this episode I'm probably kind of just going to be seeing about mostly trying to take over South Asia, I guess. Getting all this under my control. It's more or less what my main goal will be. So, yeah. Let's see. Aggressive expansion's already up that much. So, got a peace treaty with you. I can go after you though, so that is what I will do. So, there we go. Troops should be able to easily get this done very quickly. There we go. Take all that land, finally get a coastline. There we go. Very nice. So, now, let's see. I can wait a little bit, I guess, for that to work, but I could also just do this, I guess. I think I'll do that. And take them over completely right now. And there we go. Okay. That screwed it up, I guess. Guess how's it worth them in both of those ores? Oh well, whatever. I'll eventually win the war. Just saying. Because that is ever so slowly going up. And this truce, I imagine, is probably going to actually end before that actually gets anywhere near 90%. So, yeah. I guess I'll just kind of do other stuff while I wait right now. Since I don't really have much else I can do. Yeah. Okay, that's kind of bullshit. Got a white piece just when I'd be able to fucking get in the damn thing. Last year before that fucking treaty ended. Oh well, whatever. Now I can go to war again and finish this off. There we go. Now I can finally take them over. There we go. Finally. So, gross expansion's over 100 at this point, so assuming that coalition's probably going to form, so I guess I could try and quickly recruit some more troops, so I'll be able to handle the coalition a little bit easier once it does pop up. Yeah. And there are, of course, ones that are leading it. Got it. So, yeah. It's basically just countries surrounding me, and that's it, pretty much. Short. Not exactly hard to defeat, I'm pretty sure. I won't do too much expansion, I think, with this coalition currently. But, yeah. Definitely take land off of them, take that country over. Take some land off of Jam, and kind of see about trying to clean up this area up here as well, I guess. Yeah. Okay. That is the only lands that they've colonized. Thank God. I will be taking that in a peace still, just so they don't have that anymore. No. Actually, they've colonized a bit of South America as well. Okay. I guess I'll be taking that stuff too. In that case. All my troops around are over there trying to get that crap. Now my land's being taken over. As a result of that. Come on. Take the lands back and go on the offensive against these countries. Punish them for what they've done. Okay, the troops have almost finished everything. Almost. I'll take control of this army and manually kind of handle this crap. With them recruiting more troops over here to retake lands. Okay, that is officially the end of this war. I have occupied literally all lands. Very good. So, take all the lands that they had colonized, because they do not deserve to have any of it. Now, wipe out this country over here, and take this land off of them. Okay, I think that's basically what I'll limit it to right there. Pushing down a decent bit into their country, taking a northern section that they've gotten there. Wiping out all these small countries just because, in all honesty, and pushing Juniper back a bit there and just taking a little bit of land off of Jam to kind of sort out those borders a bit. And obviously, of course, taking the lands that they had colonized there. So, there we go. Good. Now, I'll quickly kind of just go around selling the provinces that were colonized, because I do not want them. So, there we go. All my troops can go back towards the center of the country. That is everything that I actually took in the war. Not that bad, but I definitely will, of course, be taking over those countries just to clean up my borders, without question. Honestly, not sure how long I'm going to keep them around, to be honest. I could possibly just completely wipe them out in the next coalition that I fight, or I could just take a little bit of their lands. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do, but they're definitely getting wiped out in this episode without question. But I think for right now, I'll kind of just once again go through and build buildings right quick, because I kind of want to get to building some of these military buildings here so I can increase my manpower more and stuff, so I can have a larger army and everything. So I'll get to work on that right quick. Alright, so took longer than I was kind of expecting to get a bunch of that stuff done, but yeah, well, it's time for me to finally get around to doing this stuff and taking over these countries, I think. So yeah, let's go ahead and get that done right quick. Just take over those two for now, I guess. Or three there. And yeah, there we go. Good. You have an alliance with Bengal. I don't really care about that at all, to be honest. For whatever reason. I mean, because that's a bit of land for some reason. So, I guess next up is to go after them. Take a shitload of land off of them, I guess. Maybe? Yeah. Go toward the vassal over here, so I can easily take a bunch of this land and stuff. And just try and clean up this area in general. And that is everything. Great. Obviously take all that stuff. I think that will do for that tour there. Nice. Good. Very good expansions there. Now, I guess I can go after this country next. And fight Bengal. And honestly, I'll just take over Bengal completely. They've lost their actual land over here, so yeah. You know, make it so I'm able to kind of clean up a lot of the smaller countries around here and everything. And I failed to take that province, that'd be so... Ugh, god damn it. Whatever. Don't care. But that is also now my gross expansion at 150, so that should now be a coalition about to form. Great. Formed by them. Okay. Sure. Thank God none of them have colonized. Great. So, troops should be able to easily win this, I think. Got 10 armies at this point, shouldn't be too hard. They got most of their country under their control at this point already. That's good. And they have finally finished that, so now they'll start attacking everyone else. Which is great, because that'll mean that this cramp will finally be dealt with. All that whose nonsense attacks. Yeah, this is doing very well at this point. Okay, this is all that's left, just the Great Vit and the Ming. That is the only stuff that I have not occupied. Great. Okay, you're doing this crap, huh? Just constantly recruiting a single fucking army to retake lands, being a pain in my fucking ass. So I'll just do this. Prevent them from ever actually doing anything over here. Okay, my troops have finished off the Ming. Good. Now they just need to finish off the Great Fit. And there we go. That is done. Finally. So, peace deal time. I am obviously going to wipe out all these countries. Okay. So, I think that's basically what I'm doing here. Of course, taking all these countries over here, like I said. Only taking a little bit of land off Great Vit over here, just to smooth out that border a little bit. Not taking anything off of them, but in kind of exchange for that, I am taking a shitload of Central Asia over here. Also, I'm taking that so I can sell that land to other countries around here, just so a jam won't have it anymore. And also that stuff there, which will be going to the monks. So, there we go. Okay, so that's basically everything I took there. Also, decided to sell the other land that I had over here as well, to clean up those borders too. So, yeah, there we go. Getting close to ending this episode, I think, already at this point, to be honest. So, yeah. A few more wars and I'm probably done with stuff for this episode. And next war, I am definitely taking rest of India, without question, there. But for right now, I think I will kind of continue things over here and dealing with these countries. And that put my aggressive expansion over 100. Okay. I guess I can sell a bunch of this land, possibly. Try and get this area kind of cleaned up a bit. There. I think that's a little bit better there. Good. Now, I don't think there's coalition going to form currently, so I'll just go ahead and fight another war right here. Get this land under my control. Okay, so got that stuff taken care of. So now, I guess, it's kind of just a matter of getting another coalition to start. But I think I'm just going to wait for a little bit right now for the peace treaties to end to see if I can... They're just going to go ahead and form one after their peace treaties with me end. So, yeah. I doubt it's going to happen considering... Let's see. Peace treaties ends right now, basically. There we go. Gross expansion's barely even over 100 currently. Well, that's a nice surprise then, I guess. We actually did go to war with me. Alright then. So I think I'll say this is going to be the final coalition for this episode. Just so I don't expand too much, I think, here. So, yeah. Their coalition leader again, of course. Hey. I think I'm going to recruit a larger army after this as well.
guess I'll take control of one army and try and do this stuff manually, just to speed up things here. And there we go. That is that now finally done. So now my troops will go around attacking all the others. Good. I am pretty sure I will completely wipe out a Jam in this coalition this time. Considering I didn't exactly leave them with much left over here. So I may as well just go ahead and wipe them out along with getting that stuff, I guess. And I'll fight another war with them or something afterwards. Just so I can get that island mostly and clean up the border with them. I'm going to have to fight a few wars afterward with this coalition anyways. One, just so I can get the rest of India there. And also kind of clean up the last little bit of border over there as well. So, yeah. Going to have to fight a few wars, I guess. But, whatever. Okay. The Ming just collapsed. Great. God. Alright, sure, whatever then. There. That's less land than my troops gotta occupy, I guess. Okay, so just a little bit of land over here that the Ming has that I don't actually currently occupy, so I'm just going to go ahead and end the war here, I guess then. So, I'll go ahead and wipe them out completely there. And wipe out a gem, as I was saying. I guess I'll also go and take all of this over here. And those countries there as well, obviously. So, I'm just kind of going to ignore the Ming, I think. Considering they just collapsed and all that. Don't want to deal with that shit over there. So, yeah. I think this is basically the peace deal here. Fight a few more wars after this, and I am done with this episode. Alright, so I guess I'll now go and take over the rest of these countries I kinda need to take over. Got 30 armies at this point, so things shouldn't be too hard at all to do this stuff. And future coalitions will also be super easy. Now, do I take land off of them as well since they're involved in this war? Should I go ahead and do that as well? I think I'll let them off for this time. Or I could just do that. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Just take a little bit of land off of them right there, and that's it. There we go. Good. Now, next up would be that one, I think. Which will involve fighting the Ming, but I'll completely ignore that. They're in the war. Because they're not exactly in any kind of position to actually be fighting me in the first place. So just take the two provinces and end it there. Now, one final war that I have any interest in fighting for this episode, which will be against them. Mainly just so I can get that single islands there and kind of clean up the border I have with them as well. Now, I could just... You know what? Screw it. I'll take it all. Let's see what they do for a coalition. I don't really care at this point. Try and basically get the rest of the Arabian Peninsula there, pretty much get that area cleaned up. The only other expansion I'll do, I guess, will pretty much just be me cleaning up a few of the borders, smoothing things out a little bit more. That's only if they actually do form a coalition, though, which they're not doing currently. Guess I'll do this right quick then. There we go. Mom mixed into war with me. Got it. Okay, so basically everything in Asia is at war with me pretty much. And most of what's left of the Middle East currently. Got it. I'll kind of destroy the Malmuks, I think, over here a bit. Take a bunch of that land that they got and give it to them or something like that. Or Morocco, considering Morocco basically has most of North Africa under their control. Okay, that is Malmuks completely defeated. No one has any colonies in the Americas. Good. Yeah, Lithuania apparently collapsed at some point. Huh. And Bohemia got defeated. Lost everything they had at some points, considering they basically had all of this under their control, with Silesia and Brandenburg as vassals. Damn. England still hasn't managed to recover over here from where they were at the beginning of the episode. Still only have the 3 provinces there, plus their colonies in the Americas still. Meanwhile, Scotland's taking advantage of England's fall. Sure. Okay. Looks like my troops have actually already finished everything. Damn. Yeah, they have. Jesus. That was quicker than I expected. So, yeah, let's go ahead and kind of get stuff done here. Okay. So, there we go, I guess. I'll be taking a lot of land. Over here at the very least. Taking all that, finishing Arabian Peninsula. Taking that stuff just to sell it along with that stuff, as I said. And then I'm also going around taking over a bunch of the smaller countries around here just to clean up borders, basically. Because all that is a complete mess, including up here in Siberia. Getting all that off the Ming, just kind of clean up those borders. And kind of taking a good chunk of land over here. Wiping out that country, getting all this land here. Wiping out all the other countries around here as well. I'll probably be selling a decent chunk of this to the Ming. Just kind of clean up the borders a little bit and kind of try and help them restore their country over here. But besides that, yeah, the only other thing I'm doing in this area is just kind of just taking this area here, and that's it. So, yeah, that's this piece still completed. So now I'll go through and sell all that land. Alright, so there we go, I guess. I think that will be the end of this episode here. So, yeah, that is basically everything that I actually took from in that coalition there. Everything else I got was sold. So, yeah. Overall, borders kind of look better, I guess. Kind of. That's what the Ming now looks like. Not that good, but hopefully they can kind of come back and take this stuff again. Restore their position there. But I might end up taking them over myself before they can do that in the next episode, considering, yeah, I am definitely taking over the rest of the world in the next episode without question. Africa is going to be a bit of a pain. Same thing over here when it comes to Asia a little bit, and Europe is also going to be a bit of a pain there. America is not as much, though the borders are absolutely horrendous. So, yeah. Wish things were a bit better when it comes to borders, but whatever, I guess. That's there will be the end of this episode though, so yeah. I hope you've all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.